Hello, namaste. Welcome to BPlus with Bhaskar. BPlus means be positive. That means be positive means be living a life that's filled with positive attitude is the best way to lead life. That means A plus way to be. BPlus with Bhaskar, this channel is a positivity broadcasting station in a way. We've been doing that with fulcruming around any activity that generates positive energy. Right now, today, we are doing that through sports. The most happening sport right now in the world is cricket. Billions of people are watching it, and multiple nations are playing it in India. There's a World Cup going on for 2023 Men's World Cup. And we are covering all the action here on the BPlus channel. You know, the analysts, the sports experts, the cricketing legends, they all go to various other platforms, and you get to see them on TV, on YouTube, and every other place. But where would fans go? They come to BPlus, so we can talk about cricket because we live and breathe and dream about cricket. And especially when there's World Cup going on, that's the topmost thing that we have on our mind. So with that said, today, let me welcome to the FANalysis, the FANel that we have. Hello, welcome. Hello, Giri.
Hello,
welcome to the show. Hello, Raghu. Welcome from Kuwait. So, Giri, you look like you're in a sci-fi movie setting. And Raghu, you're in a full orange-blue mood, which is awesome. And welcome. Other people will join pretty soon. Again, whoever is watching on YouTube now or later, welcome to the FANalysis. What is FANalysis? A fans doing cricket matching analysis. That's all it is. And we have plenty to talk about. Chala Jaripai, in fact, a few days ago, we met previously, and then we were looking forward to we wanted to talk about the previous upset. In the meanwhile, another upset happened. So let's talk about, in the sequence today, we'll talk about Afghanistan, England match, and then we'll talk about Netherlands, South Africa match, and then we'll talk about the other fixtures that happened. So let's quickly review, or I'm going to share my screen so we can talk about where we are with respect to the World Cup at this point in time. And then from there, we'll do the analysis on each of those matches that have happened since we met last time. So there's plenty of cricketing action for sure. There's no doubt about it. And if I can find my window. So all in all, the World Cup really has been cracked open by unknown, unexpected sections of the World Cup. So if you look at this, this is what happened. So we're gonna talk about on Sunday 15th, Afghanistan-England match. We all know what happened. The famous highest happened. It was considered as an upset because the defending champions were defeated by Afghanistan. And then Sri Lanka-Australia match. Australia finally came live on this World Cup by beating another team that was also doing really, really well, which was another thing we'll talk about. The biggest upset of maybe the decade is Netherlands beating South Africa. The previous biggest upset was same team beating South Africa again in the T20 World Cup, in my view. So now you talk about another big upset. Netherlands shows up again, and they beat South Africa, who were in a very good flow. We'll talk about that match. And then New Zealand-Afghanistan happened. People expected some sort of exhibition by Afghanistan, but no. They were back to the known terms of Afghanistan, and we'll talk about that match. And then we will look ahead to these two other important matches coming up in the next 2 days. India-Bangladesh, and then Australia-Pakistan. We'll look ahead to those two matches. And then let's also quickly take a look at the World Cup points table where we are right now. So New Zealand, unbeaten with 4 matches, 8 points, leading net run rate as well. India right behind New Zealand, playing their 4th match tomorrow, trying to keep their unbeaten record. Their net run rate is right on the heels of New Zealand. And then South Africa, making a big dent to their, 2 point something on a net run rate. And then Pakistan, Australia, England, Bangladesh, they're all thanking Netherlands and Afghanistan right now because because of the way the World Cup has opened up, they all can compete for number 3 and 4 right now. So it's a very still open World Cup. That's exactly what we wanted. Some sort of fight, some sort of drama, and then this net run rate is going to be one of the big difference makers as we go along in the tournament, is what I believe and what many experts believe. So with that said, let's get started with Afghanistan-England match, which really, just to get to the score summary, recap or memory, what happened that day. So we have 284 scored by Afghanistan. Just remember what happened that day. They were 122 for 3, and then 4 for 152, 6 for 190 in 36 overs. And then what happened next 14 overs, see what happened. So they were able to score that many runs, 284 by Afghanistan. And then what happened later was totally unexpected. And 5 for 117, 6 for 138. There was some fight back that was expected, which never came around. That happened because we had certain superlative bowling by Afghanistan, and we'll talk about that match. So, Giri, what do you think? Afghanistan, England. Did you expect that?
Yeah, first of all, thank you, Bhaskar garu and Raghu garu. I didn't expect that actually. Obviously, defending champions England, వాళ్ళు, గెలుస్తారని అనుకున్నాను. But I didn't even rule out Afghanistan as well. That is not completely ruled out, but మీరు అన్నట్టు ఒక రకంగా
I think you gave about 70-30 prediction on that day. Yeah.
కంప్లీట్లీ రూల్ అవుట్ అయితే చేయలేదు, కానీ ఈ రకంగా వాళ్ళు డౌన్ అవుతారని అనుకోలేదు. ఐ జస్ట్ థాట్ ఇంగ్లాండ్ వర్ మిస్సింగ్ బెన్ స్టోక్స్ ఇన్ దట్ మ్యాచ్ అని అనిపించింది.
Yeah, definitely. And then they had no answer for the spin bowling in a way. The whole defensive tactics, and then people getting out in very soft dismissals in a way. And then even if you look at the way Naveen-ul-Haq bowled, right, to get Josh Butler out, that was a phenomenal ball to actually get rid of him. So everybody, Mujib was top class. Mujib was top class when it comes to getting their top order away. So they lost Bairstow. Bairstow's decision, again, we can talk about the technology all day, all long, right? So there's definitely something wrong with the Hawkeye, because we have seen quite a few of them going umpire's call, and even for naked eye, it's going down the leg. And Bairstow, in a way, was in my view, was unfortunate or unlucky actually to get out that way, where technology was proven the other way for him. So I think that decision. There are many things that happened even for in later matches also. So all in all, 284 were way too many for Australia to give away. I think their catches. How many catches they dropped that day, Raghu? I think they dropped some.
Not so many actually. England was.
No. Yeah, England was fine. Yeah.
England was fine on that day.
The fielding was good enough. I mean, బాగానే ఉంది fielding.
They were up to the mark when bowling and fielding. They were not. Actually, that is the day where I gave Afghanistan actually. If you look into my prediction,
wait, hang on.
50-50 with Afghanistan winning, because I know, and that is a very rare day where Afghanistan, all the stars in Afghanistan team came to the party.
Yeah.
Gumraj, Mujib, Rashid, Nabi, everyone bowled. Fazal Haq, I mean, he is a new sensation for them, left arm space seamer. Everyone came to the party, and for sure England found napping and they found on the wrong foot and they lost it. They lost it. And this is a very odd record for England. This is the only country which got beat by all the 11 test playing nations. All the 11 test playing nations. So that's a strong, that's a very odd but proud record for Englishmen. So expect the same from Dutch also. If when they meet, I'm expecting Dutch to win over England.
Yeah, that was totally unexpected. So, so England definitely was given a shock, and now they need to definitely recover from it. So they have lost 2 matches in 3. So now they need to recover from that and see how they can come back from it. So Tarvata, let's talk about the second upset of the tournament, which was phenomenal in my view. Netherlands and South Africa match. Let's talk about that. Did you guys expect Netherlands to even come close? I think some of us given some chance to Netherlands. Even at beginning of the tournament, many people expected Netherlands to pull off 1 or 2 upsets.
What were our predictions for England Afghanistan?
Oh, I think nobody predicted Afghanistan to win.
They gave a chance to them. I gave 50-50 and Afghanistan winning. I wrote very clearly. What is it called? Shock or something I wrote. 50-50 towards Afghanistan, I wrote.
Okay,
But
that's nice.
No, I just want to open up the tournament. That's why I'm giving it to the minnows. As Raghav were telling in our Dallas group, I was picking them just to not only blindly, but also to give some interest and to open up the tournament. This will open up. But after seeing yesterday's performance from Afghanistan, I call it as a fluke only. England-Afghanistan match now.
No, the thing here is what happens, Raghu. When you come up, after that kind of a performance, when you're backing yourself to repeat that, to be consistent for a team that doesn't have.
If they want to repeat, and this was a perfect stadium for them. They have all the resources on the pitch.
And everything, right? No, what happened? I tell you what happened. So when
we'll talk about it later, I think. Yeah, we'll talk about later in the end.
Yeah, New Zealand match we'll talk about later. But again, let's talk about Netherlands match. We'll talk about so Netherlands, they really deserve to win. The way they played, especially the belief that captain had, and Van der Werf, the way he came in and started counter-attacking when they were 122 for 6, right? It's a phenomenal comeback from where they were. So South Africa, if they were in control of the match, it was only until 140 for 7, they were in control. And then they gave away 105 runs in the last 10 overs. That's crazy. I think they totally lost the plot against some, there was some counter-attack. There's no doubt about it. That guy came in and started playing some unorthodox shots and started upsetting their field. And then the way their bowlers responded, bowling slow balls after slow balls after slow balls to, tailenders. So they will take chance and hit you out of the park. And that's exactly what happened. So
there is tailender in the Netherlands team. There is no tailender in the Netherlands team because that is the only team. Right? No, that is another team which bats up to number 10, along with Kiwis.
My point is they don't need to be that predictable. I mean, they just need to bowl length and right pace, put some Yorkers and either have them go on the back foot and do the normal things as a fast bowler would do. But they were all over the place, and they were the way that batted was phenomenal. I think that made the big difference. If you look at it at the end of the match, the 30 runs or 40 runs that scored at the end with 3 or 4 sixes he hit. I mean, that pretty much made the difference. I think the way they batted was, I think the moment it was 43 overs, it was advantage Netherlands. When you have a rain curtailed match, the one who is like a T20 expert in a way. Netherlands is very equipped for playing shorter format. That means now they only need to spread their risk in 43 overs. And they did that very, very, very well. And they only had to restrict South Africa for 43 overs. And they did that phenomenally well. So that 7 more overs would have made a champion side versus, want to be a champion side, big difference. Because it's rain curtailed, it aided Netherlands a bit, in my view. But again, the way they played, there is, even if it is a 50-over match, they would have probably scored 320, right? The question will come with the last 4 wickets ఇంకా అన్ని ఓవర్లు సర్వైవ్ అవుతాయి అనేది క్వశ్చన్ వస్తుంది. They were able to survive until 43 overs and actually put up a good score, not just survive. But అదే కనుక 50-over match అయ్యి, if they were for 140 for 7 in 30 overs, I don't think they would have lasted 20 overs. It's a different mindset. నా ఉద్దేశంలో అది 43 overs కి రెయిన్ కర్టెల్ అవడం వల్ల it played right into Netherlands' hands in terms of advantage wise. But there's no doubt South Africa nidrabota undindi. They were sleeping at the trigger, and then they were. I don't think their fielding was that great either. South Africa fielding was pathetic, and their batting anyway, it's forgettable from that point of view. So
England Afghanistan match.
That's what happened.
One more comment is England was more confident on that day when they put Afghanistan in. They want to blast them out and get the good run rate, and they found it. That's what I said. They found it in a complete wrong foot. And now Giri garu about Netherlands match.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely, it's heartening to see. First of all, it is very heartening to see, the 9th, 10th teams coming down and beating the world champions or to be world champions. And I always believe, ante naakunna abhiprayam prakaram, any team can beat anybody in this World Cup. Every team is equivalent. And Raghu garu, meer ichina predictions, very in a way appropriate. 50-50 chances you are giving it to some of the lesser known, teams who have played, 50-over formats. So it is very heartening to see, first of all. But ఆ 2 మ్యాచ్లు చూసుకుంటే మాత్రం literally it was a dominance. I would say it's a dominance from the either from Afghanistan or Netherlands in this case. They at any point of time they didn't look like they are playing against a team which is way ahead of them in the world rankings or whichever way you look at it as. So I would say it's a clear dominance, and I think in today's match Afghanistan missed a trick. I would say they could have dominated New Zealand right from the word go. They could have taken their bowlers actually, and with Kane Williamson not in the team, the captaincy would have definitely made a difference. కొంచెం అగ్రెసివ్గా ఆడుంటే బాగుండేదేమో అనిపించింది ఈ రోజు మ్యాచ్ కూడా.
So what happened was, I think, anyway, we're talking about Afghanistan's performance. So let's talk about New Zealand-Afghanistan match also, and then we'll switch to the other matches. To follow up with, after beating England, they were unnecessarily creating pressure on their own, right? They created pressure by saying we need to now match up with that performance, right? And they created that pressure for themselves, and that pretty much costed them in repeating that performance. So when Naveenul Haq
comment here, actually it was other way around. It was other way around. They didn't show up at all completely. As I said,
they took 3 wickets.
England match, all the stars came to the party. In this match, everyone failed.
No, I tell you why. I'm just trying to explain why they failed.
Why? Because I see a poor captain in Afghanistan team. I see a very poor captain.
No, the same poor captain won against England. No, hang on.
He has a fixed
the
format.
Same poor captain
never changes. No, he has a fixed format. He never changes. He bowls to Mujib. He will bring on 17th, 16th, 18th over. He will wait for Rashid Khan. And his top class bowler.
No, if you don't call him poor captain because don't call him poor captain because the same.
He was a poor captain for this match at least.
He won against England. No, same poor captain.
That was all because stars came to the party.
What happened here?
And the England captain was more poorer. And that day, because he put the Afghanistan
Here is
in,
what happened.
and he played all the
Afghanistan
wrong
took
shots.
3 wickets. Afghanistan took 3 wickets for 9 balls for 1 run. So they had New Zealand on the back foot. And even when the partnership was going on between Glenn Phillips and
That is where
Latham,
the captain comes, no? That is where he has to bring back
No.
Fazal Haq.
how many
Fazal Haq
chances
can
were
finish it
created,
off.
man?
No, Fazal Haq was never
How many
called
chances
back.
were
Rashid
created?
Khan was never called
many-
back. He was keep
No,
bowling
tell me
Nabi.
how many
Nabi is
catches
out
were
of
dropped?
form.
How many? You're not answering
No,
me. How many
Nabi
catches were
was,
dropped?
Nabi was completely
How
out
many
of form.
catches were dropped?
He's keep giving
How
to
many
Nabi
catches were
at
dropped?
that time. No, I don't think
No.
so. Only 2 catches.
Oh, come on.
Yeah,
Afghanistan dropped at least four or 5 catches in this match.
2, I think.
Oh, no. Come on.
Anyhow,
That's why they lost the match.
Anyhow.
During the partnership of Glenn Phillips and Latham, there were 3 catches dropped. There were 3 catches coming straight into the hands.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Always.
So Afghanistan lost because they were nervous. They thought they had a chance again, and they became very, very nervous. They were all over the place when they were fielding, especially through the middle overs.
No,
They let the singles
their
go.
weakness
There
is
were
their
2
fielding.
run-out chances.
Their weakness
There
is
are
their
2
fielding.
run-out
actually.
chances. Hi, Raghu. There were 2 run-out chances that they lapsed on. 3 catches that were dropped during that whole partnership, and then 2 more later on. So they basically allowed New Zealand to get out of the jail. And New Zealand played phenomenally well too. So here is the trend that is happening. After the first 2 or 3 wickets giving good partnerships, many teams are slumping in the middle overs. Only 2 teams are not slumping right now. India and New Zealand. They're arresting the slump. Hi, Raghu, welcome. So they're arresting the slump. They're putting a partnership together in the middle overs, and then they're able to come back from a top order slump if there is one, right? After top order giving a good start, many teams are failing to sustain that to take it to the final. If you look at England, if you look at Australia, if you look at Pakistan, wherever they lost their matches, it's because middle order collapses happened. Every single match, you see the same thing. And I could sense that there is a change happening in the ball, the Kokopura balls that are being used. After 20, 30 overs, it's becoming a lot softer than normal. And people are able to use off-cutters to control the run chase, the run making. And other people are not able to cope and basically collapse with it. The people that are able to cope with that are doing really, really well. I mean, that's my take. And that's what happened in many, many matches. If you look at Netherlands, they won because the middle order shined. After being 122 for 6, the middle and late order really came back and shining. So that makes it 3 teams actually doing well from that order point of view. So if you want to win the match, there are 2 tricks here. You have to take wickets in the middle overs, or you have to score in the middle overs. If you do that, you win the match either way. So that's what happened. So Raghu Garu, what is your opinion? Netherlands South Africa match? Your camera is not stable. You're on mute.
Unmute.
Hello.
Sorry.
చెప్పండి. You asked something about India, Bangladesh, huh?
No, we're talking about Netherlands, South Africa.
Oh, okay.
Netherlands, South Africa match.
Actually, I did not see the match. I was looking at the scoreboard. But
that's a big
surprise.
Yeah,
Actually.
I will tell that Netherlands, in spite of their top
it's a
order
shocking defeat for South Africa, obviously. And they were already T20 lo ఓడిపోయారని they was commenting, right? So already it's a surprise. I mean, I know South Africa is chokers. I mean, in Netherlands lo ఓడిపోవడం అనేది is less a surprise. But yeah, we don't know. Last 2 days we are seeing Afghanistan to England ఓడిపోవడం and Netherlands are winning. We don't know how tomorrow's match would be, India and Bangladesh.
No, actually, let me comment on the Netherlands South Africa match. Don't take it as a shock. You are going to get more shocks from Netherlands team. One team which going to win more than 2 matches in this World Cup. Take it from my side. They are ready for Sri Lanka. They are ready for Sri Lanka. I'm taking direct shot.
Right now, they look better than Sri Lanka. Right now, they look better than Sri Lanka.
They are ready for
paper.
Bangladesh. They are ready for Bangladesh. and they are ready for even Pakistan and Australia. Take it from my side. Because
So,
in spite of their failure, top 4, top 5, they scored 285. In spite of their failures, they are the top scorers usually.
245 by then.
Man's Vikram
Scored.
Singh's, Vikram Singh, yeah, 245. Tejas, Vikram Singh's were top scorers usually for them. In spite of that, they scored well, and they won by 38 runs, and South Africa gave away 32 extras. I always believe indiscipline while bowling will result in this kind of results. 32 extras is too much. Too much for any team, any quality team to bowl. 32 extras are too much, and that's another point actually. And the captain was so methodical. He bring a white paper, you know. He wrote
he
all
doesn't
the
bring
plans.
it.
No,
No,
he was.
what happens is,
he was referring
I'll
to the
tell
white
you.
paper.
I know. You know what happens is, each time there is the out, there is somebody from the pavilion, from the dugout, coming with a piece of paper. So the next batsman walks in, right? From, let's say, South Africa, you get, after De Kock is out, you get another player. So while the batsman is walking, there is somebody from Netherlands dugout coming with a piece of paper with the plan for this batsman, the new batsman. So they tell you about matchups. They tell you about what their weaknesses are in terms of what balls they get out to. And the captain follows right away. So you simply see...
No, is that allowed in cricket?
I want to talk about that. When you remember back when there was a match when Hansi Cronje was the captain, and he had something in the earpiece in his ear, talking to the coach while he was captaining on the field. And that was not allowed.
Bob Woolmer.
He was... Bob Woolmer, right? Yeah, appudu తీసేయమని చెప్పారు. They were asked Hansi Cronje to remove that whole thing. He cannot talk to the coach. It's not part of the game.
Antendukanడి, even Steve Smith also, I think when they played against India in test match అనుకుంటా, or maybe referral కోసము coach ని చూసి అడుగుతున్నాడు referral తీసుకోనగానే అప్పుడు కూడా
then they said no, he can't do that. He can't do that.
How can, this is not soccer to bring, or it's not like American football to bring a piece of paper on the ground.
So I'm surprised none of the...
I think not for every player. It happened only once.
Every player he did. Every single player that came, they had a white paper.
నేనేమనుకున్నా, because the overs were 43 overs, right? Because of rain అనుకుంటా. Duckworth-Lewis method calculations.
That is only DLW. They just exaggerated that one. They were just bringing the DLW score. That's all.
Yeah, I think so. It's Duckworth-Lewis score అనుకుంటున్నాను నేను.
Yeah, that is allowed actually.
So. I don't think it's Duckworth-Lewis score.
No, they were just exaggerating because South Africa lost.
No, every single player said, even the coach said that. Even the captain in his interview, okay, he was asked specifically.
Match.
No. He actually said there was matchup coming. I get matchup information through that white sheet.
Keep his piece of paper in the pocket, or someone
planned for South Africa already, because they know everything how to beat South Africa in the World Cup. They know already. And here again, South Africa has got a best record. All the five so-called upsets, the pundits call, came when they were chasing in World Cup. I never call them upsets because it upsets me. Calling any team winning in the World Cup is their win. It's not other teams upset. That's my problem. Never it was South Africa.
If you notice, New Zealand, Netherlands versus South Africa South Africa bowling little exposed అయింది. I mean, bowling lo Keshav Maharaj is all not good spinners. Actually, we can at least have some flexibility. I mean, Rabada.
So that was another mistake. Why didn't they play Shamsi? They didn't play Shamsi. They should have played Shamsi against Netherlands. That was a poor call.
I would have always played 3 spinners for Pakistan. That who is that? Ali, వాడి పేరేంటి? Another mystery spinner.
With whom? With Netherlands?
Osama Mir.
Oh, you mean with South Africa?
They are not even.
No, even Pakistan also. When వాళ్ళ strategy ఎలా ఉంది ఇప్పుడు now if India is playing against England, South Africa, New Zealand, they have to play Ashwin instead of Shardul Thakur. So 3 spinners, 2 medium.
No, we'll come to that.
One medium pace.
We'll come to India, Bangladesh, Raghu.
I'm saying all these teams you should play 3 spinners actually. So
3 ఉంటే ఫస్ట్ ఇద్దరు ఉన్నప్పుడు ఇద్దరు ఆడిచ్చారు సౌత్ ఆఫ్రికా, రైట్? 3 spinners ఉండే టీమ్స్ చాలా తక్కువ ఉన్నాయి. ఆఫ్ఘనిస్తాన్ హ్యాస్ అండ్ ఇండియా హ్యాస్, శ్రీలంక హ్యాస్ లైక్ దట్. Nobody else has 3 quality spinners to be in the 11. So that's a different story anyway. So let's talk about Netherlands coach, man. He's phenomenal. Mr. Ryan Cook is simply outstanding as a coach. He does so much research on everything. And
is he there? Ajay Jadeja is there in the team?
Ajay Jadeja is there.
That is the difference.
No, Ajay Jadeja is Afghanistan mentor, not Netherlands.
Afghanistan. Ajay Jadeja is Afghanistan, Raghu, not Netherlands. So he's actually not consultant, not a coach. Afghanistan is a consultant, but coach kadu. He gives a lot of intel about Indian pitches and things like that. So Netherlands coach Ryan Cook, while Nana is Jim Cook, who played the very first ball that was bowled to South Africa after apartheid. South Africa, when they started playing cricket again, Jim Cook is Ryan Cook's dad, who played for South Africa. He took the first ball when South Africa started playing. So their history behind all these Netherlands players are just phenomenal. They don't even get paid. They're not paid cricketers. వాళ్ళందరూ Uber drive చేసుకుంటారు, Uber Eats drive చేసేవాళ్ళు చాలా మంది players. And to have them come and play with that spirit, except for a D-Lady catch drop చేయడం తప్ప of David Miller, they were spot on in terms of
he
choking
paid back.
South Africa.
He paid back. He took 2 wickets.
No. Yeah, but wicket అతను తీయలేదు wicket. Somebody else took the wicket.
No, after dropping, he took 2.
But he didn't get David Miller out. So
no, Miller also, I think he got it. He got him. If I remember, it was Miller.
మన తెలుగు వాళ్ళు ఉన్నారు ఒకళ్ళు.
ఇద్దరు అంటే నేను అనుకోవడం దత్తగాడు కూడా తెలుగాడేమో అనిపిస్తుంది నాకు.
ఒకతనైతే ఐ వాస్ షేరింగ్ లాట్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్స్టాగ్రామ్ రీల్స్ హైదరాబాద్ లో, సపోర్ట్ చేయండి వచ్చి విజయవాడ అతను.
తేజ నిడమనూరు. Well, I like the way the commentators are saying his name properly. Teja Nidamanuru. Andaru kuda Teja Nidamanuru antaru. So బాగుంది. Raghu Van Berek out చేశాడు మిల్లర్ ని.
In that partnership, one was broken by Dillady, if I remember well.
Dillady got the చివరగా ఇద్దరు ఆడేటప్పుడు కోఎడ్స్ అని ఒకటి వచ్చాడు కదా, జెరాల్డ్ అని. కేశవ్ మహారాజ్ తో ఆడుతూ ఉన్నాడు, వాడిని అవుట్ చేశాడు అంతే. అప్పటికే మ్యాచ్ అయిపోయింది. సో డెలెడే ఆల్సో టుక్ కసిగో రబాడా. ఈ 2 వికెట్లు వచ్చాయి చివరిలో, 2 tail end wickets he's got. But anyway, all in all, kudos to Netherlands. Hopefully their government sees this and then gives them a lot of 5,000 players. So people cricket follow అవుతారు దేశంలో ఆడేవాళ్ళు. 5,000 players in total. From there they produce a team that can do this kind of performance on stage, on the field. Simply phenomenal. గవర్నమెంట్ వాళ్ళు చూసి వాళ్ళకి ఎక్కువ రిసోర్సెస్ ఇవ్వాలని, అలాగే ఐసీసీ కూడా they should play more bilateral series with these guys, or they should include them in the tri-match series.
They have so many bowling resources actually. I was surprised. Arindat can bowl one. Everyone can bowl except the wicketkeeper captain. Everyone can bowl.
Yeah, no. If you take the gloves off him, he will also probably bowl. So that's the kind of team they have. A very, very passionate team. So
he is the best wicket-keeper batsman. Mino's wicket-keeper batsman. He is the best.
Right now, you're absolutely correct. You're absolutely right. I think
in the lower teams, in the lower teams. No, in the lower teams, I'm telling.
So talking about wicket-keepers, wicket-keepers bowling, I remember one of the tournaments in a semi-final match. There was 1 over which had to be made up, and the opponent team required 11 runs to win. I had to take the ball, and there is no option for the captain but to give the ball to me. And eventually,
you bowled it.
I bowled it, and more importantly, I took 3 wickets in that over, and that over turned the match to penalty. So wicket keepers can bowl.
Yeah, definitely. So that's awesome. So let's talk about the other 2 matches that happened. So we saw South Australia coming back on the map by beating Sri Lanka. So Sri Lanka, I don't know what happened to them that day. They were doing very, very good, like 125, 157 for 2, even 165 for 3 until Kushal Mendis got out, and that was in 27 overs. And after that, it's like, forget it, right? They just were in a hurry to close the shop. Last 7 wickets were gone in less than 65, 35, 44 runs. Last 7 wickets were gone in 44 runs when they didn't even last 50 overs, which is pathetic. And then Australia definitely showed up as a team from a bowling point of view. Adam Zampa. Oh, by the way, I wanted to comment one thing on the Netherlands match. Opening with spinners, with the Deacock and that guy was playing. Almost 8 overs of spin in the power play was just mind-boggling strategy, man. They just
Aryan always bowls with a new ball. He's like a.
Not always.
I can compare
Not
with
always.
our Bharat team. No, always. Most of the times, 90%.
Not always. No, this was especially taken with.
I know, I agree with you, but 90% of matches he opens, and I compare with
depends on the matchup.
Washington Sundar. I compare with Washington Sundar. They have very good comparisons with Bharat team. If you keep scratching them out, delayed it to our showman. And openers, both of them can be compared to Teja to the middle order like Sky or somebody. I can just compare them, relate them. Netherlands is a team to watch. I'm just excited to watch all the matches because they are team to watch. Because I watched them chasing 375 against fiery West Indies team.
I think that's where they made a big difference to the world of cricket by eliminating West Indies in the qualifiers. This whole qualifier idea was fantastic by the ICC guys. So they removed all the unnecessary matches in the World Cup and they created this qualifying layer, which is just superb. So now you've got quality 10 teams fighting each other, which is a great idea to do, improve the quality of the World Cup. And I think the way they kept out West Indies from the qualifying rounds, hopefully they don't have to play qualifiers as they go along in future. They get ICC ranking. For that to happen, వాళ్ళు ఎక్కువ టోర్నమెంట్ ఆడాలి. They have to play more matches. They have to play bilateral series. They have to play a triangular series. So that's where I think ICC should step up and have Netherlands, Afghanistan participate in more matches. Poor guys, they don't get more exposure than what they actually deserve to get. I think these two teams, in my view, should get as many matches to play with the big teams throughout the year, so that they can get better and better when it comes to world stages. They don't. Afghanistan second match ko sergi gas అయిపోయింది వాళ్ళకి. అట్లా ఉండకూడదు, right? They were nervous. They couldn't even deliver their own simple skills, right? అలా ఉండకూడదు. అలా ఉండకుండా ఉండాలంటే multiple times వాళ్ళు ఆడితే then it'll be better. So that's awesome. Netherlands is a team to watch for sure.
No, I have a question.
బానే ఉంది వాళ్ళు.
ఈ వరల్డ్ కప్ ఫార్మాట్ కొత్త ఫార్మాట్ లైక్ ప్లేయింగ్ 9 మ్యాచెస్.
ఫస్ట్ టైం కూడా అలాగే అడిగారు. 19 కూడా అలాగే అడిగారు.
19 కూడా రౌండ్ రాబిన్.
19 కూడా రౌండ్ రాబిన్.
Round robin, semi-finals, and then knockout.
Oh, we played 9 teams, 19 లో.
ఎన్ని ఆడిన రౌండ్ రాబిన్ ఫార్మాట్ అనేది వాజ్ న్యూ. ఐ మీన్ 2019 నుంచి చేస్తున్నారు. రౌండ్ రాబిన్ ఆడి టాప్ 4 నాకౌట్స్. అంతకుముందు సూపర్ 8 రకరకాలు పెట్టి క్వార్టర్ ఫైనల్స్ కన్ఫ్యూజ్ 2 పూల్స్ పెట్టి పూల్ ఏ పూల్ బి అని పెట్టి ఇట్ వాజ్ ఆల్ గందరగోళం కన్ఫ్యూజన్ గా ఉండేది. ఇప్పుడు దిస్ ఈజ్ మచ్ బెటర్. ఎవ్రీబడి గెట్స్ టు ప్లే ఎవ్రీవన్ and you belong top 4, you play, that's it, knockouts, and then you get to the final. I like this format. It's very simple. They're following IPL.
India got 15 points in 2019 and we lost. I'm just saying it.
So everybody plays everybody, and team will play in each and every venue. That is the other thing, except Pakistan.
9 venues lo ఆడుతున్నాం మనం. 9 venues lo ఆడుతున్నాం. So the evening out, this is basically following IPL format. IPL successfully executed that for multiple years. So it's a formula to be had, except maybe 2 rounds of round robin ఏచేమో కానీ మరీ ఎక్కువైపోతాయి మ్యాచ్ అప్పుడు. It become 90 matches. Yeah, I think this is perfect. This is
90 is for anyone.
Era?
ODI 90 matches too much actually. Now itself the crowd support is not so encouraging, but most of the stadiums were full. I agree. Dharmasala was full, Delhi was full, Chennai was full, almost 1/3, at least 3/4.
Oh, Delhi crowd were fantastic in that Afghanistan match. Actually, they were
Yeah, they were
absolutely
superb. Yeah.
They got sparked by Virat Kohli, and they were applauding Naveedul Haq when he took the wicket.
I know the match was
They were
played
dancing
on-
for him.
but still Delhi crowd were fantastic on the day.
Yeah, even Chennai also. Chennai crowd, they said, "We love Rashid. We want you back."
So what about tomorrow's match?
No, we have still one to talk. No, Sri Lanka and Australia.
So
I don't know what
one-
happened to Sri. What happened to Sri Lanka? I don't know. That was a very poor show from them. I didn't expect that.
Yeah,
Pat Cummins suddenly took his bar up and gave them the necessary break.
No, it's a wake up call. It's a wake up performance from Australia. They needed to come back. They're too good to be like that. Even they're winning after
still
Smith.
they are not up to the mark. I'm telling you, they are not up to the
Still
mark.
Smith getting duck out. Also, they were able to score. So they're still not up to the mark. That's a good thing for them because that means they keep competing, they keep pushing. But it'll be difficult to write off Australia because they can always pull off a good performance. There's no doubt about it. Them being a little bit down, they can be the sneaky champion coming in for the top four. We'll see. So right now, let's get to the Sri Lanka was complete disappointment. They totally undeserving their own skills. Right, that was unfortunate how they played after, especially when they had such a good start. Right, they slumped from there. And getting all out for 209, and then they're bowling anyway after that was.
I think that good captains
really
are needed again. Good captains are needed again. They missed maybe.
Their captain? Tanaka. Their captain was injured, right? Their captain was injured.
He's ruled out of World Cup.
Yeah, he's ruled out, right? He ruled out the tournament. Yeah, two captains are out. Kane Williams is out.
He's a very canny captain. He's a very smart captain.
Actually. Very good captain, actually. Yeah, that's a big
him in this match. They missed him in this match.
Yeah, we can see that.
Team because of his captaincy skills only. He's not, he's not in any
Correct.
One of the best in the top 10.
So for Australia, the good sign is Adam Zampa coming back to some decent bowling form, and they used him correctly also. And he bowled the right lengths. Finally figured out how to bowl on these wickets. So getting 4 wickets right away. So I mean, I had hopes on Adam Zampa doing really, really well in this tournament. So So that's a hope for these guys. And I mean, their fast bowlers are bowling decent. Papam Warner he had a tough call. So yeah, LBW call again was.
I'm honestly disappointed with the way Pat Cummins is coming along with his bowling. I mean, he's absolutely out of form and not swinging the ball. Not.
He showed up.
This match he bowled okay. He showed up. 7 overs, 2 wickets.
And the first wicket was taken by him.
Yeah, he opened
the floods actually.
But still, it is because he's for a longer period of time he was number 1 bowler in some of the all formats.
Australia is not taking wickets in the power play. That's the big problem for them. They always take wickets in the power play. Even here with Sri Lanka, 120 run partnership in 20 overs for openers. That means they're not able to take wickets in the power play until the 3rd wicket or 4th wicket. They didn't really have a reply to Sri Lanka. It's more of Sri Lanka's problem than Australia doing really well in my view. Sri Lanka just basically collapsed, but you have to give credit to Australia for not dropping any more catches. So they were okay.
They have this big hype all-rounder thing between Cameron Green and Marcus Stoinis. They have to really figure it out.
Yeah.
What is that slot? Whether it's an all-rounder slot or whether it can be a 5th bowler slot. I would personally believe it's a 5th bowler slot because at this moment, if Australian 6 batsmen are not doing good, I don't think any all-rounder come and help at that point of time. The
problem is Giri, you can apply that logic if your batting order is really doing in good form, like India, for example. You can think about, do you really need Shardul Thakur when you have such a crying form in the top 6, right? Probably not. But Australia is struggling. Labuschagne is struggling. Smith is out of form. Warner only 150 in the tournament. their until their middle order, Mitchell Marsh showed up really well. He played good cricket. He played attacking shots. So definitely that was there. So Mitchell Marsh coming back to some sort of form is a good thing. I don't know if Travis Head, they need Travis Head back. I don't know when he's going to be fit and start playing. If Travis Head comes back, I will agree with you, Giri, that then they can think about the fifth bowler. But until then, without Travis Head, I don't think they can afford to not to have those all-rounders, Stoinis or Cameron Green, one of them.
So you say Pakistan's favorite?
All right. Now, so let's talk about next two matches. Let's complete Australia-Pakistan match coming up. Right?
Last comment about Australia. They have to bring their X factor in Abbott. His express speed, and I don't know why they are keeping him in the hut.
100%.
How many people they can play?
No, they have to bring in somehow, somewhere. I don't know. Abbott is their X factor. He's a super express.
But whom are you going to sit out? Whom are you going to sit out?
Is their headache to think about.
That is what I was debating too. They have to sit out the all-rounder because at this point of time they are really clearly short of a bowler. Only 4 bowlers are delivering, and relying on this all-rounder.
With Zampa and Maxwell doing so well. I mean, with the spin doing so well, with Stark, Hazelwood, it's a decent attack, man.
And Abbott is not a top player. He is a very good. What is it called?
Batter also.
Batsman too. Lower batter also.
He can swing some, but you can't compare him with.
They can ask Stoinis to sit down, and bring in.
So you have to bring Abbott in either in place of Cameron Green or Stoinis. They're playing only one of them anyway, so you have to drop him. And I don't know why they are not bowling Mitchell Marsh at all. He's supposed to be the batting all-rounder, but they are not bowling at all. Mitch Marsh is not bowling. So that's another downside of their strategy.
Smith can bowl. Steve Smith can bowl. He's a decent bowler. I don't know why he never tried.
It's okay. It's like Rohit Sharma bowling.
1 or 2 over. No. Not like Rohit Sharma. He got a good wickets in the subcontinent, especially in Bharat.
Yeah, it's okay. Nobody would say, "Oh, who is your bowler in South Australian team?" Nobody will name Smith.
I'm not tell him much better than Stoinis. I mean, they can bring in a bot and
no. Stoinis can test Smith better.
In these conditions, the way that's proven now in these matches. You can look at Stoinis bowling, how poor he is.
Yeah, so no. So we'll see. Maybe they'll have to figure out. They don't have a third spinner option anyway. So they'll have to figure out how to just go all out with bowling and then bring Abbott in and then knock out the oppositions.
If really batting is struggling, Mitchell Stark can bat very well. They can bring him up the order. And
Stark and Cummins both can bat really well. They are the all-rounders they're looking for.
Exactly. So they really don't need any all-rounder at this point of time. A proper bowler.
In
fact, Stark and Cummins are doing better than Stoinis.
Correct.
Or Cameron Green.
For me, Stoinis should come. Abbott should come in for Stoinis. That's all.
That's what my call.
He is the X factor, and he bowls express speed. And I saw. I think one match they played him, and he played very well. He bowled excellent. I don't know why they are sitting in the hut.
So Shan Abbott, bowling all-rounder, you want to bring him in place of this thing. So what is your prediction, Raghu? Let's talk about Australia-Pakistan match. What's your prediction?
No, India, Bharat, Bangladesh. We'll give our prediction.
No. Let's talk about right now. We're talking about Australia-Pakistan anyway right now. Let's finish that.
That will be Australia. Will be Australia.
You're going to give it to Australia. Raghu is giving to Dr. Raghu. We have 2 Raghus here. Dr. Raghu is giving to Australia. And who is your player? 3 players.
Pick my man, Abbott 1. Stark.
Abbott may not even play. Okay.
He will play.
Okay.
I take it from my side. He will play. Stark. Okay. Stark is another guy. And batting. Let me pick one guy. I think David Warner will come to the party.
Warner will come to party is what Raghu says. Stark is the bowler. Abbott. Okay. Giri, your prediction for Australia, Pakistan.
So that match I'm going for Pakistan. Although they were a little bit off on India team, but I think when playing against Pakistan, they're playing against.
Why I gave it to Australia, I will explain to you. These people are poor in the facing express speed, one. And I am expecting Abad to be in the playing 11.
Okay.
If Abad don't come in, that will be the biggest mistake, and Pakistan will win.
But my prediction, Pakistan will win the game, and I would say Babar Azam will come seriously.
So what percentage for Pakistan? 60-40 or 70-30?
65-35. 65% Pakistan will win that match, and
Okay.
35 I will.
And 3 players for you. 3 players.
Babar Azam and Mohammad Rizwan for Pakistan, no doubt about it. They are the key.
Pakistan problem is they don't have the spinners, sir.
So
they are playing in Chinnaswamy. They are playing in Chinnaswamy Stadium.
Shaheen Shah Afridi.
You're going to pick Shaheen Shah in Chidambaram Stadium. Okay.
Completely
Shaheen Shah. Raghuram, you don't want to do predictions live? Okay. You'll stay away from prediction. No prediction. He's going to slip one in when the match is going on. So I'm going to call for Pakistan to beat Australia this time. They will show up in terms of their batting, and their bowling will click. They're going to be.
I was the only.
So yeah, I'm going to pick Pakistan.
If Dr. Raghu wants, I can do a reverse prediction for Australia.
Raghuram Garu came in yellow, so maybe he's supporting yellow.
Oh no!
Without knowing Australia colors,
you want a reverse prediction? I can do that.
That only holds good for Bharat. Nobody else.
No, even for other sorts.
So yeah, my player is definitely going to be Mr. Babar Azam.
But all one need to do good for Pakistan, it should be Rizwan in the batting because he's in top form.
But actually, Bangalore pitch, if Australia bats, definitely 350 plus.
That's where I'm telling Maxwell come into the party because it's his home ground.
Anything beyond 300 is like.
It's home ground.
Yeah, it's a smaller stadium. It's RCB stadium, so Glenn Maxwell will come into party.
There will be Venkatesh Prasad also.
So. Yeah, now I'm giving.
I'm giving 70-30 to Australia. Take it from my side.
Okay, I'm giving 60-40 to Pakistan.
But actually, Pakistan's lucky ground, Bangalore. But except that one match with India, rest all matches they won there. Even test matches or.
I don't care the history. I know what's happening in this World Cup, and I know what.
I'm going to pick Rizwan. I'm going to pick.
But is Shaheen already playing? I heard he has a fever, viral.
Many have got actually. Many in the hospital. I don't know if they will get the playing 11 or not.
Abdullah is not playing. By the way, Abdullah is not playing. Maybe Fakhar Zaman might come in.
Yeah, so I will actually pick Haris Rauf as a bowler to be watched. Maxwell from Australia's side as a player, and then Rizwan for batting.
I would probably. I will only pick one player, Osama Mir.
Can I give it to Maxwell also? Because I forget actually.
Give it, sir. Maxwell is yours only. Take it.
So I'm going to remove Abbott. Abbott is not going to play. So let's pick.
Abbott is there. Abbott is there for. If he plays, he is there. If they don't play Abbott, that's the biggest mistake.
I have a strong gut that they will play Abbott on Pakistan game.
So I'll remove Stark and put Maxwell for you.
Sir, they have to remove that.
No. Don't remove Stark. Remove Warner. Remove Warner for me. No problem.
Okay. No. Pakistan opener parent Imamul Haq na?
Oh no.
Imamul Haq okadu Shafiq.
Inzamam cousin avadu.
Antega.
Menaludu kada.
Pakar Zaman
I think his nephew.
Sahir Afridi antega. Andaru akkadanta dynasty nadustundi. Adi vere vishayam mani maatladam.
They're breeding their own people. That's great. So let's get to.
We're not talking to that.
So 2 Pakistan, 1 Australia. Let's see how that's going to go. Let's talk about India, Bangladesh.
100-0 Bharat.
100-0. Oh, prediction 100%, huh?
100-0 Bharat. 100-0 Bharat.
Bumrah. So what do you think Raghu, our team will be?
Bumrah for me.
Mm-hmm.
Second pick is Ashwin. Yeah, Chidam.
ఆడతాడా
CS stadium.
ఆడతాడా తాకూరా?
ఆడతాడా లేదా అదే కదా వచ్చి గొడవ.
బాబు పూణే బాబు.
సార్
ఆడతాడు.
మీకు
పూణే
బుమ్రా రెస్ట్ అంట. మీకు ఆ న్యూస్ తెలియదా?
Cancel
పికప్
లేదు.
చేసుకుంటున్నారు.
క్యాన్సల్ లేదు. ఎక్కడ న్యూస్? ఎవరు న్యూస్?
అది టైమ్స్
Cancel
ఆఫ్ ఇండియా, దాన్ని ఎవడని నమ్ముతాడా?
టైమ్స్ ఆఫ్ ఇండియా
Times of
న్యూసే
India
కాదు
కదా
అసలు.
సార్, క్రికెట్ ఇన్ఫో అని చూస్తున్నాను. బుమ్రా
క్రికెట్
might
ఫోలో లేదు
rest
అక్కడ.
అంట.
క్రికెట్ ఫోలో
I'll
లేదు
just say
అక్కడ.
that is
నాకైతే
another
అనిపించలే.
biggest mistake they can do. They can't rest.
They would
rest
not mess
their
that.
prime
They
ball.
will not
And
mess.
I
They
don't
had
think
decent rest.
Bumrah will sit out at this form.
Cancel it.
He will not sit out. I'm sure. He will tell, I will play.
India is very, very likely to play the same 11. They will not mess with it. Shardul Thakur will play. It's a big
batting. Take it,
batting ground.
Gill. I will give it to Gill and Gill
You
and
have
Gill?
Gill, Ashwin, and Bumrah.
Bumrah and Ashwin. Yeah. If Ashwin plays,
Okay.
if Ashwin not playing, Kuldeep.
Ashwin doesn't play. Ashwin won't play. Don't even worry about it. Ashwin won't play. So, I mean, in my view, they will not mess with it. Only thing they might consider is they have three left-handers.
Keep it simple, Kuldeep.
Bhaskar
No,
garu, when
they
will Ashwin
might-
play? Okay, let me ask you that question.
So, the strategy is very simple, Raghav garu. ఒకటి ఏంటంటే, when there is a batting pitch, they are playing Shardul. Okay, with the high scoring ground, itlanti unte. If there is a spin assistance like M.H. Chidambaram in Chennai, they played Ashwin. So if the track is known to assist slow bowlers or there is dampness in the wicket, it's not a high scoring ground, they're going with Ashwin. If it is a high scoring ground, they're going with Shardul because they can use the extra bat at the end when we start scoring high and high. And secondly, he can also break partnership. Yeah. So, okay, Raghu, thank you. And that's your prediction. Giri garu, me prediction enti?
Like I said, India will win for sure. 70-30 I'm giving to India. Unchanged Indian team. I don't think they're going to make any changes, especially Indian dressing room believes that winning combination, generally 90%, we don't change the winning combinations. That's what they go for. And my trump card for this game, especially for for Indian team, I am going with Rohit Sharma once again.
Okay.
Just with Bumrah in the ball.
Hit me. Bumrah, and who is the third player?
So
you get to pick three. Are you going to pick all India, or are you going to pick one Bangladesh guy?
I can pick one from Bangladesh. I think Mushfiqur Rahim can be a trump card from them.
Okay, Rahim for them. All right, I'm going to obviously pick India for over Bangladesh any time of the day. Do you know they're playing one-day cricket in India after 25 years?
Oh, that I didn't know.
They haven't played a single one-day match in India because last time the World Cup match happened in Bangladesh in 2011.
Oh, that's surprising.
The match that we played, that was in Bangladesh. That match happened in Bangladesh.
Oh, wow.
In 2011 World Cup. So since they never toured, the Asia Cup happened outside of India. Both Asia, I mean, all the Asia Cups were happening. All the matches with Bangladesh were happening outside India. So in India, Bangladesh is playing after 25 years.
But none of the bilateral series has happened in India?
Nothing. No. Then we don't have bilateral series with Bangladesh.
Oh, okay.
We went to Bangladesh, but nothing in India. We went to Bangladesh to play there, and then Asia Cups are all happening outside of India. So this is after 25 years, India and Bangladesh are playing a one-day match in India. It happened back in 1998. Yeah, very surprising. I also learned that.
It's going to be easy for Bangladesh team then. Definitely not.
It's not going to be easy. Pune is a batting track. Our batting is going to come to party. I believe we win the toss, bat first, score some gun load of runs, like close to 400, get them out of the attack, and then sit back and let them crumble. That would be my take. Because we haven't batted first so far. We always chased in this tournament, right? All matches we chased. We haven't defended a total. So I want to see that with Bangladesh in the fourth match. If we win the toss, we should bat first, in my view, and then score a big total. And India, I think we play the same 11, in my view. I think I'm going to pick Mr. Virat Kohli for Bangladesh. VK will be the bowler. The batsman. Kuldeep, the bowler for me. And I'm tempted between Kuldeep and Bumrah. So I'm a little bit vacillating. I'm going to pick Taskin for Bangladesh player. That's my thing. So let's call it for the FANalysis. Thank you for participating. And we will meet again maybe after these 2 matches, and before India meets again, we can review all the matches that happened. We'll see. We'll figure out.
4 AM chatting ready, yeah?
Sorry?
4 AM chat ki ready, yeah? WhatsApp chat.
Absolutely. Yeah. We should just start watching at 3 o'clock. Yeah. Let's go do it, and then let's clap for all the people that are making these matches happen in a safe way and making everybody enjoy the game of cricket. So tune into BPlus for more FANalysis as it comes along. Thank you, Giri. Thank you, Raghav. Thank you, Dr. Raghu. We'll talk.